Well, politics is like a dirty tampon. It's of use, but it's dirty, and you don't want to handle it. But you have to deal with it. Shouts to all the women out there.
But FAT-urdays, the point of is to commemorate and celebrate the fact that I'm still on the keto diet, I'm still doing that thing, and I'm staying loyal to it throughout the week. But on the weekends, specifically Saturdays, as this is being recorded on, is when I indulge in the fatness. So I drop the S, kick the F in front. FAT-urdays has been born ever since, so welcome aboard. FAT-urdays, where I just eat and talk. So tonight, whatever, it's pizza and politics. We are so close to having to vote. I'm not. I'll let you know. I'll preempt with that. I don't vote. I have never voted for president, at least, and I'm not going to vote this time around either, because for me, at least, it's like the lesser of two evils. And speaking of the lesser of two evils,
As I indulge in pizza and sweeten the deal, if we're going to talk politics briefly, at least let me get a slice in, you know? I've been seeing a lot lately, and I guess throughout the time that Trump's primarily been in the forefront. Well, again, I don't know so much about either side, like so much where I favor anybody. I don't. Again, to me, both are the lesser of two evils. You're just picking that. Round two, first time around was Biden and Trump. It's really crazy to see, though, the immediate go-to for the right side, or the Trumpers, the MAGA folks, is Jesus wants Trump to win. Jesus is all for, Trump making America great again, et cetera, blah, 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 the catchphrase, the lines and all that. I'm not here to endorse that, so that's why I only say it once and then that's it, so I don't get flagged on YouTube or some shit. Versus, Kamala and the blue and the Dems, maybe not so much directly like that, but they're still like, oh, God bless Kamala, she's going to pull through. Kamala, does she even believe in God? Because she's Indian, right? It's yet to be confirmed if she's, like, full-blown Indian-raised, heritage, whatever, or if she even, is a smidge black. I'm not here to, judge nor criticize, but that's a whole thing, too. It's politics is a dirty fucking thing anyway. Well, politics is like a dirty tampon. It's of use, but it's dirty, and you don't want to handle it. But you have to deal with it. Shouts to all the women out there. But it really is stupid to see how either or side really is playing up the fact that, oh, Jesus would be for this one, Jesus will love that one, Jesus supports you, God bless, support Trump, God bless, let's go Kamala. First off, if we're really going to go by that ideology of Jesus and him, her, it existing, whatever color, shade, tone Jesus might have been, according to whoever you ask, Jesus ain't going to side with nobody on this case. And this isn't coming from anybody religious or Christian. I'm not kicking none of that shit your way either. I don't believe better yet said. I'm a atheist at this point in my life. I've been through enough religion or trying to find a spiritual path where, I just I've just come to the conclusion that, whatever's up there is up there. Really, my life is in my hands kind of thing. That approach. But idealistically speaking, if we're talking about Jesus being on anybody's side, he's on the side of humanity, ideally, right? That's the whole point of Jesus, turn the other cheek, turn water into wine so everybody can drink, and, bread and the fish, however the fuck he did it, bread and the fish, so everybody can eat together and gather, and brother and sister, and whatever you believe in, whatever you identify as, whatever you like having stuck in you, you like to stick in other people's asses, whatever the gender, it don't matter, right? He accepts you for what the fuck you are. Why would he side with either just Trump? Why would he denounce Kamala? Or vice versa, unless they were acting like some Judas and backstabbing motherfuckers like that too. Right? But as far as that's concerned, that's the part I never understood. You know how they say don't mix religion and politics? And those are two things I never talk about in any of my podcasts, because not because I'm afraid of it, because I don't believe in either or. Both have been heavily corrupted and tainted by man's heavy direct involvement when ideally both should work. Maybe not necessarily hand in hand with one another, but at least religion should just be a mindset, not like a cult thing or a hive mind kind of shit. And politics, same thing. It should be ran by the people, not necessarily a select group or few that feel like they know what's best, or they like to keep the masses in control on leashes and do what they will with people's free will, right? I look at again, super in debt, because, mind you, I'm a fat fuck. Well, I've lost weight, so I'm not so fat, but fat fuck at heart still. I'm eating while I talk about this shit. But that also shows you how committed I'm not to politics in general. So it's basically fuck that. Fuck both of them. They both suck, if you're asking me. Reason why I'm not voting. Honest to God. And call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. But don't go by the color of my hoodie right now. Because oddly enough, I know I will be called that after saying this, but the only individual I would have ever actually voted for, had he made it to the ballot, had he became the candidate for the Democratic Party, is Bernie Sanders. Yes, Bernie Sanders is hilarious to me. I love his speaking voice. He talks in despair, and you know how Bernie Sanders sounds whenever he talked. And the fact that he's like distant cousins with Larry David, if that was actually confirmed or not too, made it even more awesome. But of course, they painted him to be, a commie, this and that, going against the people and shit. Well, they sabotaged him, and had he been the one to be the forefront or the face of the Dems, I would have voted for Bernie. Absolutely, 100% blindly, I would have voted for Bernie. But that didn't happen, and that's the only time that comes to mind that I would have voted for, not just democratically, I don't believe in either system or either side, but I would have voted for anybody I like. You know what? I fuck with him. I respect Bernie. I like Bernie's manner of thinking, per se. So, yeah. Well, is Bernie that much younger than, let's say, Biden or even Trump? No. I know that. I'll own up to that. But you hear the man speak in interviews. One of the most recent ones in my favorite Bernie interview until now, surprisingly, has been Theo Vaughn. Shout out to Theo Vaughn. He was great. Answered every question. This weird thing is something that Bernie Sanders does, is he's actually able to answer questions. Unlike Trump, who can't answer anything, he dances around everything and makes it all about him or what he feels about something else entirely. And no Kamala, who's, even worse. I've been sitting through Kamala shit to try to see, am I missing something? Are people really just being hard on her for no reason, even though she did nothing as vice president? And nah, the hard truth is, the bitter pill to swallow is she's also got nothing to say either, and says nothing much. She can't answer a question. He can't either. So when it comes down to Bernie being able to answer, I think maybe people or the people in charge, per se, were more scared of what Bernie could have people feel, the mass, general public, and have them realize and tapping into, wait a second, government's been doing this for so long, we actually got somebody honest enough to point that out and not scared to, show that side to us. I don't know. Maybe that's me thinking too much into it. Maybe that's me finally missing out on Bernie Sanders, of course, being the head honcho, the head cheese of this great country of ours. Well, still, New York, Queens, where I live at, it's gotten, I guess worse, you can say, as far as being out there and fucking the homeless taking over the subways at night, during the day too, surprisingly, when homeless folks used to be like human cockroaches. They wouldn't come out till the lights were off, or absolutely nobody was around, and it was safe to do so. Now they got no shame. Now we owe them favors. Now we have to walk over them going down the stairs, or they just lay there flat on the seats, the benches, taking up all the space possible, stinking up the cars. And it's like, you move to one, there's another one there. You move to another, there's two more there. It's a whole fucking mess. It's a nightmare. It's whatever. But yeah, I think I spoke my points clear enough. Don't mind me as I further indulge on my slice. I'm not totally a pig or a fat ass. I still got a lot of it left. But Thanks for hearing me out, if anything, especially while I eat. Excuse me for being rude while I eat, but that's the whole point of FAT-urdays. Talking that shit while I eat. And forgive me for my mouth full. My mom said, don't ever do that. But guess what, Mom? Fuck you right now. I'm doing what I want. I pay my taxes. I pay for this fucking pizza. I pay for the equipment I use. And I'm putting it up there so people out there don't gotta pay me. I'm giving this out for free. As long as you enjoy the content, follow along at Who This Is One. All the socials, YouTube, Twitch, at Who This Is One. WHODISSIS number 1 at the end. Then that's your way of paying me attention, besides doing so right now, watching, listening, whatever you do. Till then, catch your next FAT-urdays, you fat ass. Not literally, I'm not trying to body shame you, but at heart, we're all fat. We all have our things we indulge in. Sweet tooth, salty tooth, whatever you choose. As long as you put it in your mouth and you enjoy it, pause. I don't give a shit. Just enjoy yourself and be human, not assholes.
Yo, it's over. All right, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
Thank you.
All right.